put a trigger warning on this video and just let y'all know that I don't know if my life is in danger or not. Hey y'all, this is Jacolia of Jacolia Jams. Thank you for once again coming back home, family. For those of you that happen to be new here, welcome. I definitely hope you hear something today that will persuade you to stay. If you have not already done so, exactly what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button, like the video, comment down below, share it to your social media platforms. So I'm going to tell y'all, like, I don't live in fear. My children don't live in fear. I pretty much feel like, life is what it is, and the Most High either going to protect you or he not. So with that being said, trigger warning. And I'm going to let y'all know, all of you women, men too, y'all be wanting to date and marry people in the industry, or even if not in the industry, you have to realize that the industry is connected to corporate America. So when you are dealing with high earning people, and just men in general, speaking as a woman, men in general, when they find value in you and you shake up the box that they have placed you in, okay, so I'm about to read this. Over the past few years, I have experienced some things that a reasonable person would find alarming. There is a gunshot on my balcony. So my balcony is outside of my son's room. It's a patio. And on the outside window, that was the only part that was shattered. Yet the bullet and shell casing was inside the house. So that means that somebody got in my house, right? Or climbed over on the balcony, maybe came up through the, it's on the second floor. But they were standing on the balcony. They shot the gun. The bullet hole went to their outside glass, didn't penetrate. Yet the shell case and the bullet was on the inside of the house. Okay, so that happened, right? That was some years ago. I made centerpieces for my mother's funeral. My mother passed away November 24th, 2021. I had not been on my back porch in over 2 years, y'all. I had not been able to access my back porch. My big cousin, who's a black witch that I be telling y'all about, who said that she hate my mama, who out the band. She was downstairs in my grandmother's house. This is after my mama's funeral. Me and my kids leave the house to go do something. We come back. She's gone to go back home to New Orleans. And I'm like, oh, she left and she ain't say nothing. Mind you, I didn't care if she didn't say anything. I noticed that she didn't say anything because she came to Chicago under false pretenses of trying to make up. After I let her know, I don't trust you. You're the last person I wanted to see. Why you at my mama's funeral? This, that, and the other, right? So I ended up going on my back porch because of this. Before my mother passed away, for years we were talking. And this is how narcissistic, flying monkeys, occultic masonry things end up happening. We were talking, and I left the church because I'm an Israelite. I left the church to keep the Sabbath, the law, statutes, and commandments. Woo, off the bam. I was very essential in the church. A mobbing began to take place, and it was purposeful neglect concerning my living situation that was out of my control. So I would be calling my mama like, yo, I'm telling this person that this is happening and that's happening. They're not doing anything about it. I'm telling this person that this is happening and that's happening. And I told my mama, I said, Ma, I have a feeling that this person and this person are trying to build a DCFS case against me. Mind you, I'm a mandated reporter. I'm a CNA. I'm an ordained elder. I'm an amazing mother. My mother's a mandated reporter. If there was anything that was going on, my mama not finna risk her license. My mama gonna be like, give me my grandkids. I've been a mom since 17. My mama ain't never raised my kids. Okay? So my mother told me, I'm so happy that you came to me and told me that, because I've been feeling the same thing in the spirit realm. And I'm going to let you know, if and when, we're going to say when they do it, they will not have a leg to stand on. You have documents of everything, and you're an amazing mother. So, y'all, when this prophecy was fulfilled and DCFS was called on me after my cousin leaves, I go to access the back porch that I had not been able to access, and guess what's back there? The bouquet from my mother's funeral, from my mother's repast, is on my back porch. Mind you, before DCFS got called on me, my mama got, oh, I almost said something. Oh my God. I know y'all caught what I was about to say. My mother died from a massive heart attack. Whoa. My mother died from a massive heart attack November 24, 2021. I took myself to New Orleans in January to try to breathe, to try to regroup. I'm down there with my ex, who's a pharmacist. We were best friends. I don't talk to him anymore because he's still in love with me and he's married to his third wife, and I don't need a third wife to ask him, why didn't you just marry Tierra? And she was fine with him still having physical access to me, and that wasn't happening. That hadn't been happening in years, and I like, no. You can't marry Tierra because Tierra don't want to marry you. So anyway, I go down to New Orleans because this is my homie. We don't have that type of relationship, right? I'm going down there, and y'all, I'm sitting there at the table, and I have my big cousin with me because it's her birthday. She ain't got no friends. She know how I feel. We supposed to try to make amends. My eyes are still open because I know my cousin. And I'm sitting there talking to my cousin, and I had an open vision. And I knew that when I got home, the hell was going to meet me. So when I get back home, and a couple of weeks, maybe like a week or two later, DCFS is called. Then I find this bouquet on my back porch. Everything that me and my mom talk about is coming to pass. And this cousin worked for the Navy. And she's a daughter of Oshun. So let's backtrack. The gunshot, right? The DCFS and the bouquet on the back porch. These are three different things. And this happens after my mama died. This is a pattern. So maybe I'm tripping, right? I'm on my way home. I'm in a car. It's like 6 o'clock. It's dark because it's like fallish winter. This is like a year ago, y'all. Yeah, like a year ago. And I'm driving, and I see somebody, a woman, speeding and hop out of her car to my yard. And she lights a fire. I pull up behind her. I get the police on the phone. And the police begging me, stop chasing her, clearly, because, she could have a gun or whatever. But somebody literally got out their car and lit my yard on fire. But maybe I'm tripping. There was this security guard. Masons are really everywhere in Chicago. It was this security guard. And we would see him at the gas station, clearly, because that's where he worked. But then I'm starting to see him at the grocery store, and it's like, okay, Chicago ain't that big. But then I'm starting to see you at Discovery. Why are you in Discovery? Then I'm starting to see you in like this dollar store that if you ain't no Mexican and you ain't grow up on Fullerton and Cicero, you like, why are you in here? Then we saw him somewhere else, and I just stopped doing what I was doing, and I looked at him, and I stared at him dead in his face, and I haven't seen him since. Maybe I'm tripping. I go all the way out south to an adult prom with this young woman, and a Mason and a Black Peace Stone is there, and we just gonna be transparent. The Black Peace Stones is definitely the organization that my ex was a part of, and these are Freemasonry ties. And the person that followed him is the reason why I'm making this video. I go, and it's a BPS in there, and I'm like, okay, I spotted him from a while away. I know what the hex look like. I know what everything look like. We chopping it up, but it's a Mason there. And I'm like, okay, whatever, they're everywhere. It was the energy. Oh, it was so thick. And the Black Peace Stone, we chopping it up, and he's telling me, you know too much. You know too much. How can I know too much about my own literature? Now, granted, I don't remember everything. I'm not finna sit up here and be like, yeah, I was doing this, I was doing that. I know what I was doing. I know what I was taught. I know what violations these hands gave out for people false flagging. I know what covenants I made. I know that after that man did what he did, and he told me, this is what you a part of now because you just got in, and I'm going to let you know under the mattress, this is what it was. And so here go your book. Here go this. You got to learn this. You got to learn that. Do. So the stone telling me you know too much. You know too much. And I'm like, brother, how do I know too much? Mind you, I don't bang. I don't do anything. So I'm like, okay, fast forward. Because this is in the wintertime, right? I'm all the way out south. I don't live out south. Fast forward. I'm at a daytime rooftop gathering. And this Mason is back there. And he's hawking me from across the room. And I'm like, this is interesting. And he's trying to make me remember him the whole night. Then I saw him again. These are two different Masons. This is the prom Mason, not the old guy. Then I saw him again. Somewhere else. 3 different crowds, 3 different sides of town. But maybe I'm tripping. So then there would be times I would go out to my car more than 5 times. Stuff pulled out of my glove department. My back seats are pulled down. My car is literally just being gone through. Okay, maybe that's nothing because we live on, where we live at. Cool. Then about 9 months ago, my kids want to go outside to go get something from the car and they can't. They like, mommy, we need you. So what? Them wheels still good. What's going on? Y'all, I open the door and this this wealthy black man, I know what money look like. Ankle length, caramel, wool, peacoat, gray hair, fine older black man, beautiful older black man, silver fox, wealthy, dog, basically the same color as his coat, red-nosed pit, big old Mason hat on. You got on leather gloves and you on your cell phone standing directly in front of my stairs. So I opened the door and I was like, would you mind moving? My kids would like to come outside. Who are you? Why are you standing right in front of my porch? Where did you come from? Okay, but maybe I'm tripping. We're going to end this video by saying, Sunday morning I go outside to my car and nuts and bolts. Well, two screws and the backing to keep it loose are on my car seat. So my birthday is June 18th, 1986, y'all. And I have some connections. I know a lot of people. I know of a lot of people. A lot of people know who I am by first and last name. Like they know who I am. And one time, trigger warning. The guy that I was dealing with since 19, the one following the Black Peace Stone, I was waiting on him to get off work. And my daughter was with me. And she had her own bed, own cot, nowhere near, separate or whatever, right? And I'm waiting. And man, I had known him for a few years at this point. I know his mama, I know his daddy, he know my mama, he know my daddy, like families interacting and everything. He had never laid eyes on my child before. We about 3 years in. He knew who she was. You know, they had like little conversations, whatever. She knew who he was already because of who he is. We're waiting for him to get off work. And the young man opens the door to where we are. I sit up. This nigga looking at me with a grin on his face. He closes the door and was like, "Oh, my bad." I look at my daughter and I said, "Come over here and get in the bed with me." I text this man and I said, "Yo, why somebody got the key to your room? Like, I know how they go, but do they not know that I'm here?" "Oh, my bad, this, that, and the other." Not even 5 minutes later, a well-known man who was known for sexually assaulting women came into my hotel room with my daughter. Y'all, when I tell you I dropped completely out, and I let him know, because I knew exactly who he was, but I didn't know who he was. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know the politics and everything that I know today. When I tell y'all, like, I literally blacked out. Like, this man put his hands up like the vagina he is and was backing back. "I'm sorry, I'm sorry." I told him, I said, I would have every black peace stone, every traveling vice lord, every conservative vice lord, every four-corner hustler, hem this hotel room up, and you will not make it back home safe. Y'all, I'm not afraid. I just want to let y'all know, if I get in if there's any type of car accident, if there's any type of shooting, if there's any type of like sudden overdose, I don't drink. Not like that. I haven't drank like that since last June, and that was for my birthday, and before then I had not drank. I don't drink. I shouldn't have no heart attack, shouldn't have no stroke, shouldn't have no aneurysm or anything like that. I'm just letting y'all know that somebody's playing with my car and somebody's been coming to my home. And for the past 20 years, because I'll be 39 in June, that I've known this man, I know for a fact that he has eyes on me. And I'm going to say how I know this. I thought I was wrapping the video up, but I'm making this. Nothing is about to happen to me. Some things we just need to put out in the air. When we were dating, this was like 2008. Me and him would be together for like 5 years. 5 years on, 5 years off. Because he's in the industry. He in the industry. I have a life. And part of his biggest problem is I treated him like the nigga that he is. Not like the nigga that women, men, and everybody else. I don't care about none of that. I don't care about none of that. I didn't let him quote unquote discover me. I didn't let him put me in his #1 video in BET. It's a lot of things that I didn't let him do. And when you don't feed a man in a certain way. And I'm not putting an alleged on anything. This is my life. I'm with him. It's like between 2008, 2010. I'm a socialite in Chicago. Not anymore. I'm old. But like, I was a socialite. I should have been getting like cash money for different things. I want hosting. I would definitely be in VIP all the time. Free bottle service in a DJ booth. I want standing in lines. I'm her. My friends getting in for free. If they pay at the door, the promoter getting them their money when we like. It's just is what it is. Okay? So I'll never forget. One night I'm at Crush with my homie Octavia and with Javita. And they clearing it out. They like, y'all got to clear the stage. So I'm like, oh, some celebrities clearly finna come in here. I'm not finna get off the stage. I look at the DJ and I was like, can I get in here with you? He started laughing and he was like, yeah, now y'all know the DJ booth is for the DJ only, okay? It's a nice ass DJ booth at Crush and it's me. So he was like, yeah. So I get in the DJ booth, whatever. The security bring up basketball player number 1, basketball player number 2, basketball player number 3 is in his own VIP in another section. Basketball player number 1, like, oh, okay, all right, that's cool. Mind you, it's not my first time seeing basketball player number 1. First time seeing basketball player number 1, I'm actually in a car with my homie Janine, and we pull up to Alhambra Palace. We weren't going in, but we were just pulling up. I don't remember why we pulled over. And I see basketball player number 1 walking. And the girls in the car was like, oh my God, that's doo-doo-doo-doo. That's doo-doo-doo-doo. And I was like, yeah, that is doo-doo-doo-doo. So they was like, who gonna get out? My homie Janine started laughing. And she was like, who else y'all think gonna get out? Like, what the hell? Y'all ain't even. All right. So I get out the car. And I walk towards him. And he see me. He see me. And I was like, how you doing? And he was like, I'm good. How you doing? And I'm like, I'm good. I just want to let you know that I love your game and how you play and how you put on for the city. Woo, woo, woo. And he was like, thank you so much. He was like, is that all you want? I said, yeah. And he was like, are you sure that's all you want? Very suggestive, right? Very, very pregnant. Very pregnant. So yeah, you'll be seeing me again. He said, what? How you so sure about it? I said, trust me, you'll be seeing me again. I get back in the car. So literally, I see him at Crush nightclub 3 weeks later, maybe 2. So I come back out on the VIP stage. We lock eyes or whatever. I'm just like, all right, whatever. My homie, Octavia and Vita, they down on the floor, like right in front of me. So they dancing together. I'm dancing, and we all looking together, looking at each other, because they know they friend, right? Who that in the bag? So this woman is dancing with basketball player number 1. And she like kind of bumping into me. And it's just like, girl, relax. I'm trying to dance by myself. He literally moves her out of the way by grabbing my waist and putting me in front of her. So I say, cool. We dancing. He asked me what I was drinking, and I was like, I'm drinking Patron. He bought me my own bottle of Patron. He bought himself a bottle of Hennessy. And we're going to leave out some details, right? Nothing happened. Did not mess with him. Stupid me forgot that years before he was at the House of Blues at this person's concert. The same concert that this person came to and bought somebody to my city to. And he almost got her. His producer was like, please, T, come backstage. When that man saw me in the audience, he kept rapping, but his body froze. When his friend, who's his producer, saw me after the concert, he wanted me to come backstage. I didn't. So this is 3 times that I see this basketball player number 1. Mind you, I forgot that I saw him at the House of Blues, because I didn't see him at the House of Blues. I just knew that he was at the House of Blues, right? So woo rock the bam. Me and this man do nothing at all. The very next night, Octavia and I are pulling up. We get out the car to go to Victor Hotel. My phone rings. I said, oh, bae calling me. And she was like, okay. I answered the phone. I was like, hey, bae. This man goes off on me. I mean, skirt off. Like, yeah, he skirted off on me. He went off. He said, where you with? I said, I'm going in, to Victor Hotel. Who you with? He said, you with O? I said, yeah, I'm with O. He said, tell O to bring her to the phone too. I put the phone on mute. I said, Octavia. She said, he know. And I said, he knows. And she was like, am I in trouble? I said, yes. My friend got in trouble. And Vita didn't get barked down on because Vita wasn't there either. I got completely barked down on. This man told me, you think you really finna deal with me and I don't have eyes on you in your own city? You can't talk to, have a conversation with nobody. I say, not even in my own city? Oh, y'all, my stomach just said I gotta go. But yeah, I'm just putting this out there. I'm not saying my life in danger. I'm a very dangerous person, so they do know that anything that would happen to me, which is not gonna happen to me, would have to be like some sniper stuff or some type of accident or a multiple person thing, because they know what it is. Like, I'm really skilled, and they know that. Like, I'm highly skilled. I'm highly skilled. But it's better to get your stories out there yourself. Oh yeah. I don't know if my life is in danger or somebody else's life is in danger for trying to play with me. This is Jacoya.